Hey guys, we need to talk. So, as many of you know, I haven't been around for a couple of weeks. As of this recording, by the time it gets released, probably about a month. As of when I recorded this, it was 2 weeks since my last video uploaded and a month since I recorded. I've had a couple of issues here and there, mainly with my computer. So the motherboard I had it turns out, I don't know much about computers, but it turns out that there are certain segments or sections on a motherboard that aren't needed by every case. The Colink Vortex, I think it's called, case that I had didn't need this specific piece. However, the Asus Helios that I have now required it, and that was just simply to turn the thing on. What had happened is, through the couple of times I'd moved the case itself, I'd apparently chipped this segment of the motherboard and the thread had come loose, or just disappeared completely. So no more case, or no more power to it. I could see power going into it, but nothing was turning on. So that took me about 2 weeks to have the money to buy a new one. We shifted a few things around, missed a couple of payments on stuff, and I bought a brand new motherboard. I'm also, however, on 10th gen Intel chips. They're a little bit harder to find, considering we just started on the 12th gen, so we were a little bit further ahead, and I'm far behind. An update is in place. There is on the horizon. I cannot give an exact date, but an upgrade will be in place. Also, as it turns out, I now have a second motherboard that will fit the old Colink case perfectly. So the idea of a dual PC setup is getting a little bit better, which will be good because I do want to start setting up. From what I understand of how a dual PC setup works, I want to start doing more on the filming aspect than streaming. Streaming's great, don't get me wrong, and I will continue to stream. But until I figure out kind of a work-life balance and start getting a bit from here, or even some more hours at work, or more pay, preferably more pay, less work. But I mean, we all want that, right? So unless that happens, probably not going to happen. It's probably not going to work out the way I want it. But my full devotion right now is to YouTube. I want this to work out. This has already gone so much higher than I anticipated since the beginning of this year. As I've said many times before, I've had the account about 10 years. I've just never done anything with it. It was mainly so I could watch, higher adult content. If there was something that was like, oh, it's a bit too violent, don't let the kids watch it, I needed an account to get into it. And that was fine. That's a safeguard that YouTube has to make sure that specific content isn't spread around. And I do mostly aim my stuff towards the more adult media, just because if I swear in a video, I want that covered. I don't want that getting out to a kid. Hell, I don't even want to get it out to my kids. So my main issue is, how do I fix that? How do I sort these problems out? Well, that's quite simple. As I said, an update will be needed, and I will sort that out very soon. So it's on the horizon. It is a plan to sort it out. Another way I've discovered, another way I am now able to potentially change up that aspect and also make a little bit of money is through sponsorship. Now, I don't deem this as a sponsor. I actually don't know how to word it. I don't know what the relationship between myself and this company is, but I am an affiliate. That is how I'm going to put it. Until they tell me differently, I am an affiliate of this company. Essentially, my position is to promote. Is to promote their product. Whether or not that is a sponsorship, I'm very young into this, technically. I'm 32, but as far as my career on YouTube, I'm very young. 3 months in, just over 4 actually. Well, coming into 4. So I don't know how to term this. I didn't have anything like this for Twitch. As far as my streaming, which by now is wholly and solely just on Twitch. I'm not going to stream on multiple platforms. Doing the whole restream was a bit of a stressor and did mess me up a little bit. There will be clips from my streams put onto this channel, which may or may not get a bit of a makeover coming up. It just really depends on how I go about things. The whole idea of the company is kind of not really working out. I am going to give it a year. So by the end of December this year, I will make a decision, and then a rebrand of the channel will happen depending on what is needed. So the idea to have Saloon Media Group as a company is something I want to do. However, it is looking like it makes more sense to make the Rowie Plays persona more of a full-time thing. Now, over this year, it will be. It'll be a Rowie Plays channel, because I'm the only host. The intern I did have, we decided to call her an intern. She had an opportunity elsewhere at a job, and she took that. I've got nothing against that. I've got no anger towards it, no issue with it. There is the idea that she'll come back and help me out with things here and there when she's able to. However, there is no pressure. We are still friends. We still talk 2 or 3 times a week, just as much as we did. It's just that, she's not coming here to hang out every day. And that's absolutely fine. Nothing had to change in that aspect. Sorry. So, as far as things are going now, a little bit derailed from where we were. You will notice this video, there is no advertising of merchandise. There will be the aforementioned advertising for the company I'm now affiliated with. But as far as promoting my own product, that's not what this video is about. Now, I don't necessarily have to promote the other one as well, but I kind of feel like I should. Very early on to it, once I get an editing software, yes, that is still a problem. Once I get editing software, there will be ad reads as such. So there'll be ad segments, there'll be like a 2-minute ad, and I'll just throw them in willy-nilly where I want them. That's kind of what I've got in mind. I do have a brief layout of what I want to do now. So, and I've already filmed the first episode of the Mass Effect Return. So that's up. That's already logged into the system. That will come out tomorrow. I'm thinking April 1st. April 1st for Australia. No, it is not an April Fool's joke. It actually is coming out. It's already logged on. I filmed it last night. I will purposely put this one out the day beforehand, just to kind of ease you guys in, to make you guys realize that, hey, I'm back. I've returned. I'm finished. I've sorted everything out. I've gotten to a comfortable state now. Unfortunately, with the replacement of the motherboard, I lost all my information. So I lost all images. Unless it's on a website or on my Discord, it's gone. So any images I had, they're gone. I don't have schedule templates. I don't have a scheduling calendar anymore. Thankfully, though, I still do have the old school books I was writing out, where I would have, dates and then what I had coming out that day. So they're all good. That's fine. Don't get me wrong. I'm sorted as far as that. The office has taken a slight turn and change. I've updated a few things here and there. So far, unfortunately, speakers are still kind of shite. But all this is being worked out. All this is being sorted so that I can provide more of a a more comfortable feel to the videos as far as the filming of it. And I want to produce better content going forward. I'll be in talks with a couple of people that are going to help me along with editing software, so that will be all good. That'll be sorted. And then from there, it's pretty much just, what do I have? What do I need? What can I get for as cheap as possible? Because I would like to do this as cheap as possible until I start making money out of it. Well, then I will throw the money wherever I need. So a studio update will be good. I was looking into getting a space of my own. I'm now looking through another channel that I follow called Boosted Media. They do mainly sim racing. But he just had an issue with flooding in his house. So they moved the studio from his house to, they rented another property, and that's what they're using for their studio. So work is basically pull up to another house. That's your job. So I'm kind of looking into that. In the house I'm in at the moment, I don't really pay a lot of rent, which is good. I'm not the only person living here. So the idea is basically make a bit of money. Once I start making a steady amount, there will be the whole, at firstly getting myself in a comfortable position living arrangement wise, because I still want to have like an in-home office kind of thing. But the idea will be to, maybe rent out a house, and there's 2-3 rooms. You could have an editing room, you could have a filming room, all that kind of stuff. We can all sort it out from the one location. So I think that works out, and I think it should be fine. But these are ideas for future me to worry about. Current me wants to worry about producing videos for you guys. So next couple of weeks before these videos go live, so at the moment we are the 24th of March. Okay. I didn't realize what the date was. So I've got a week to pull all this out. As we're recording this, I have work the next 2 days. I'm now working a fair bit. I'm working full-time just yet. I'm literally on a phone call deal. It's basically, if you don't get a phone call, you don't work. So far I'm getting a lot of phone calls though, so it's fine. There will be a time, I imagine, where that will slow down. But from what I've been told, basically, it's like, keep doing good work. It'll work out for you. I have applied to be a full-time position and a part-time position, so hopefully head office will get into that, and it'll sort me out. Fingers crossed. But until then, like I said, I'll be focused on this full time. I have the Xbox here. It's not that hard. I have the Xbox app on my PC where I'm downloading a few more games. The Dragon Age series will be coming back. I figured out what the problem with the control was, essentially. So this is a brand new control. My main issue was I like to customize my controls. So I had these little doodads on there. Custom little toggles. I don't know what the issue with it was, but for some reason when I had these installed on my control, strafing would go very slowly. So I would have it all the way to the side, and I'm going slow. Now I've just gone back to the year olds and pull it all the way to the side like I would with the red ones on, and I'm side. So it's a lot easier, a lot better. I do want to sort it out later on to get custom toggles back on there, but I'm going to go through, I might just go through like Deep Brand or like another bigger company that might actually just make me a custom control. That is an idea. So that is what I'm going to do as far as that. So those problems are sorted. I can now start doing more of the games on the PC through the Xbox app. So I currently have No Man's Sky going on there. Now, you might remember I mentioned that I wanted to do an animated, kind of a machinima animated style series. No Man's Sky is where I'm going to do it. I've decided it was between Ark and No Man's Sky. I didn't want to do Halo, even though the basis for the idea is heavily influenced by Red vs. Blue. And the guy, Roosty's boys over at Austin. And they've done amazingly over, I think, 17 years now they're at. So that is the basis of my idea. Very big fan of that show. Wanted to somehow emulate it in my own way. It's like kind of a paying homage to it, but it's my thing. Like I said, I had it between Ark and No Man's Sky. I personally think sci-fi is a bit more my thing. I don't feel like dinosaurs and everything would be... I don't feel like I would be grabbed by it. Also, there is the Ark TV show coming out, so I feel like I'd have a lot of competition and be like, oh, I don't want to watch some 32-year-old Australian and his friends doing voiceovers of a video game when I can just watch a professionally created version. Fair play. Fair play. Honestly, I have got no argument with that. I would honestly do that myself. Would even do it with No Man's Sky, but the difference is there isn't a No Man's Sky show. So I don't have competition in that aspect. So that is where I'll be doing it. So probably next few months, I may upload a video. I might film it and upload it, or I might stream it. I don't know at this point, but I will be building the sets and expressing it for you, like basically releasing it so you guys can watch, whether that be live on streams or whether I just produce a video and post it on here. I don't know yet, but that is where I'm going to go with it. I have decided that No Man's Sky will be where I go. The other plan I have in place is to run multiple series at a time. I will be, like I said, Dragon Age will return. I will be leaving up the original, and I will be uploading this in a different playlist folder, because hopefully this one will work. This one is, I think the PC version on the Xbox called it the Ultimate Edition. Yeah, Ultimate Edition. So it has all the DLC. Should I be understanding this correctly? So hopefully the problem with the DLC that we had last time will not be an issue. And last time, I have a feeling that the way it was downloaded was the issue. So I'm not going to have that problem anymore. It's not going to be an issue. It's not going to be annoying. I mean, it'll still be annoying because I know I've finished quite a bit of the game, but now I have to restart it. We'll see. We'll get there. We'll fucking toddle on. So that'll be all good. We'll do that. We'll refilm that series, probably in a different character basis as well. I know I did Rogue last time. I might just go with Soldier. Every character, thankfully with this game, unlike the Mass Effect game where I have to basically be one character, and I can be one character all the way through, it treats you like one character anyway. Because storyline wise, you are Shepard. It doesn't matter whether you're female, male, African American, Caucasian, Asian. None of that matters. You were still Shepard. Encapsulated that way. At least with Dragon Age, like, you can be human, elf, dwarf, mage, rogue, soldier. Like, you can be all of those things. Like, you can be a combination of that. Like, you have one specific gold line, and games 1, 2, and 3, you're 3 different characters. First one, you are the Warden. Second one, you are Hawk. And third one, you are the Inquisitor. So you're all... Nothing follows on. Some of the lore could follow on. Depends on how you uploaded the game. Obviously, I'm downloading all 3 games for the Xbox app on the PC, so they will follow on, thankfully. I have had it in the past where games 1 and 2 followed on straight into each other because I had them on the one console. Whereas with Inquisition, I had it on PS4. I'm sure there was a way I could have solved it, but no, I had to do it completely different, which means that Alistair was king in one of my saves, and in another save, the Warden was dead, whereas Alistair wasn't king in the save I did, and I didn't die. So it is what it is. We'll see how we go for this one. I will be continuing the Mass Effect series, so yes, that is 2 BioWar series and 2 3-game arcs that I will be running going forward. Like I said, there will be something for No Man's Sky in there somewhere. And as far as games that I already have on, there will be something for Ark. Grounded is an option, but not a guarantee. And Outer Worlds is also an option, but not a guarantee. They could just end up being stream-only games that are on there. As far as what is on my Xbox, I actually might be able to access that. Might be able to access it. I'm not sure if the app on the phone does that. I'm gonna have a look. But moving forward, yeah, that's gonna kind of be how I go. I will continue to do indie games here and there for the streaming, just because they're a lot more comfortable. They're a breeze. Okay, it's not going to show me what I've got on, which is a bit annoying. I'm not going to lie, I do have issues with that. I really do wish that Elden Ring would be on there, but it's not, so I will buy that soonish. Yeah, okay, so it's not going to show it on there. That's annoying. Otherwise, I'd kind of, I know there's like 9 games on there, and I know that Mass Effect and Roblox are 2 of them. Yeah, so it doesn't actually show me what's on. Oh wait, yeah, here we are. Games on console, games that I have. I don't know. This wasn't something I anticipated looking at. Okay. Yeah, here we are. Okay, so Guardians of the Galaxy could be one that I do. Yeah, Guardians of the Galaxy could be one I do. Bully is one that I want to do because I love that game as a kid, and now have the opportunity again. Tony Hawk Pro Skater 1.2 or 1/2 is another option. There's always stuff to do on Roblox, so maybe that's stuff I do with my kid anyway. I was getting called Before We Leave that I downloaded recently. Apparently I have Warzone on there as well. I don't remember downloading it, but I've got it. So yeah, I don't know, that's okay. Let's have a look. Yeah, this isn't showing it. Alright, but yeah, so there are a multitude of things I could do as far as content, and I do want input, so please do feel free to provide some. I know this video is going very long, but I have a lot to say, and I mainly it's apologize for being so kind of lackluster over the last couple of weeks. I could have very easily filmed vlogs on my phone and uploaded them, but the issue is I found that they had pretty poor quality, and I didn't want to provide that. Although that will be another series to come out once I have an editing software. I wanted to do a weekly episodical series called RP Life, which is basically Robbie Plays Life. I know, not original, but hey. The issue I had with it at first is that Rooster Teeth, the aforementioned company I brought up before, did a similar series called RT Life, talking about their, I think it's more like their businessy side of things. But it was them, you know, doing things here and there, mucking around. And I just didn't want it. I didn't want it compared. But I think doing RP Life, and the spelling is different, and there will be branding up for it and all, that's going to be different. I'm no longer interested in holding up a second channel until I desperately need to. Like, until I'm making enough views that it's kind of like, right, I think these 2 segments should be 2 separate items. But that's how I want to do it for now. I want to keep it as one product so I can focus on one channel. That way I know that, hey, look, this isn't working. Scrap it. Or, hey, look, this is working, but it doesn't mix with this. So if I need to make a second channel, I'll make a second channel. I did say at one point that there would be a Robbie Plays channel on its own, but I want to see how this channel goes first. If this channel doesn't work out, this will be rebranded as the Robbie Plays channel, and I will just strictly do me. There will still be a No Man's Sky show. There will still be content as far as groups and hosts coming in and out. So it won't just be me, but it'll be mainly about me. I mean, you see some channels that are completely just the one person as far as what you see. So look at, no brainer, PewDiePie. That's one guy. Sure, he's probably got a few people behind him. He's probably got an editor, someone who helps him out. I don't know, won't have a clue, but I'm sure he does. Just every so often, because I mean, you all need help. And I don't think he posts every damn day, but I think he posts pretty regularly. I haven't kept up to track with him. I used to watch him almost every week. and update myself on whatever he had going. So far, the only channels I do that with now are Wrestle Talk and Sidemen. I end up watching the same video on Sidemen every day, because I think they release very sparingly compared to what they used to, and then obviously, you know, they all have their own channels and stuff like that as well. So there's that. But again, that is a group with people behind them. I mean, I know they have a editor, photographer, or cinematographer, whatever you want to call it, whatever Con is. So again, another channel that I love, and I believe Constantine is just one channel. I think his channel is just him. It's just Con. But I mean, hey, I love that channel. I get ideas for studio setups all the time. But that is something that I enjoy and I love mixing with, and that's kind of where I want to lead with this. So would I love to have a company of my own? Yes. Who wouldn't? You know, I'd love to spread that wealth with other friends. You know, I've got a mate who's, you know, two mates who are about to have kids. I'd love to somehow bring them in. You know, one would be more of a host basis. His wife, I think they're married. No, they're not married yet. But his partner is a fellow streamer. So having her be a host on here and also have that female demographic, I think would work out better. She's also of a different generation, so there's that as well. You know, so there could be things that she's into that I'm not into. Like she likes anime, I believe. I ain't the biggest into anime. I don't shy away from it, but I certainly don't push towards it. But yeah, and the other mate I have also having a kid in June. I think he said June. Yeah, I think June was it. But he's more of a kind of a handyman, hands-on kind of guy. I think that would work out, and I'm sure I could use him for content as well. So there are options. There is a chance to extend, grow, broaden the channel later on down the track, and I would like to have a team behind me. But as of the moment, it's just me. I'm definitely going to get help here and there as far as things like editing and suggestions, and I strongly suggest you guys jump in here and there. But that's where I'm at the moment. Now, before I leave, because I'm going to try to wrap this up in 30 minutes, I have now partnered up, or like I said, I am an affiliate. Essentially, the way I put it is I am a promoter. I'm going to say affiliate, but promoter I think is a better option. I am a promoter of a energy drink supplement. No, I'm just going to call it an energy drink. Okay, it's a gaming energy drink that I think you could have whenever you wanted, really. It is not G Fuel. I'm Australian. That's not available widely in Australia. Or it is, but I couldn't find it. But I am working with Juiced. I've only been a member of their community for 4 or 5 days, but I'm heavily into it. I've been consuming their product for a couple of weeks now, and this is something I am 100% behind. They are Australian. They're conveniently from the state that I live in Australia. So this is something I want to back 100%. Now, the deal is basically, as of this moment, I have this little link down below. Sorry, fingers don't work. I'm a little bit larger. The link down below, it gives you 10% off any purchase you make. So if you make a $300 purchase, you get 10% off that. So there you go. I think it's like $30. Not saying you have to spend that much, but that's your option. That's your choice. I highly recommend the starter pack. It comes with 9 flavors and a shaker. It's about $40 Australian. And if you if you spend enough, shipping costs are cut dramatically or even waived on some of them, depending on what you spend. I think Australia-wide, it's just waived. I don't know about worldwide, although they do deliver worldwide. I'm sure there's some countries that have issues with it, but I'm sure there's leaps and bounds around that. As long as it's into your postal company, I'm sure they can get it to you. Not a problem. But yes, like I said, the code down below gets you 10% off your order. Yes, it gives me a little bit of kickback. I'm just going to go full non-disclosure. Disclose it all completely. I'm going to admit to what I get out of it. I get a 5% discount kickback from this. So I do make something from it. I'm not going to tell you in what form. I'm not going to reveal it all. But I do get something out of this. So yes, you guys using the code, bang on for me. But at the same time, this is a product that, and I'm going to ditch that now. This is a product that I wholly and solely 100% back. Now, yes, like I said, I've only been consuming the product for 2 weeks, but I love it. So like I said, I recommend going the starter pack. You will get a choice out of the Wego shaker, or the Shock one, which is just purple, different writing, different logo. I think it's a white cap, if I remember correctly. I own that one as well. I bought that for my partner. And then when you find a flavor that you actually like, you get 5 flavors to choose from. And then there are 4 other flavors that come in tubs only at this particular time. They might come out in sachets later on, which means they'll be available in packs. But as of this moment, they're not. Now, I have no information as to when they come out in packets or tubs, or whether there's a new flavor. I have none of this information. I find out when you guys do, pretty much. But there are the 4 flavors behind me that I consume. So there's Seismic Cola, Sucker Punch. Down below we have Bubble Beam, which is basically bubble gum. That's how I feel. That's what I feel. That's what I taste when I consume it. And then above that is Aussie Antics Sour. Now, Aussie Antics is a streamer, just like myself, except a successful one. Also Australian, so yes, as the name suggests, he has his own partner flavor. He has partnered up with Juiced, and yeah, so he's been with them for long enough that he has his own flavor. To me, it tastes like sour apple, or if you're familiar with the product from your country, Warheads. It is an amazing flavor. I didn't know what to expect, because this is the only one that I hadn't tasted yet. So it was that and Sucker Punch that I just bought a tub of out of a whim, thinking, oh yeah, they'll be all right. These are the 4 flavors I wholly and solely back 100%. The one I wasn't specifically big on was grape, but I do admit I did mix that incorrectly, so I am going to buy a tub later on down the track, and maybe, who knows, maybe I'll enjoy it. If not, each tub gives you about 40 different serves, so I might end up with 39 serves of grape just sitting around. Not sure. There is the idea though, they also sell variety packs that have 30 servings in them. I do want to go to a stage where I just buy up a couple of packs and I'll just hand them out to viewers. I'll work that out at a later date, and I will get back to you when I know. Also, probably, definitely, I'm going to hit up Juice to make sure that I'm actually fine to do that. Even though it is technically something I will be purchasing and then I'm handing out, it's not my company. I don't know the legalities behind that. So we're going to be on the safe side and just not make promises yet. But like I said, promo code Rory Plays, get 10% off your order. Enjoy, I love the stuff, and I recommend 100% reckon you'll love it as well. Currently I'm enjoying the Aussie Antics. Normally it's the cola of night time and the punch in the morning. Bubble Beam is more my wife's thing, but I still enjoy it as well. Lately I've been letting her choose now that I've gotten all these, but we'll see how we go day to day. But that's gonna be it for me, guys. Hopefully this thing keeps it rolling and goes a little bit less pear-shaped than the last time it did, and hopefully we're talking again soon. But enough from me. That's going to be all for today. Like I said, first episode of Mass Effect Return comes out tomorrow. First episode of Mass Effect series The Return comes out tomorrow. It'll be episode 6 in the whole series, following up right where we left off. So it'll be like nothing changed. The series will still play the same if you play it through the playlist, and that's it. They're going to be it for me. So I will talk to you guys later, and just enjoy. Alright, see you later, guys.